Today we're going to learn about factorizing quadratics. Now a quadratic expression is an expression of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b and c are constants. Today we're only going to look at quadratics where a is equal to 1. Okay? And if a is equal to 1, we don't need to put a number in front of here. So I'm going to factorize this. What I do is I put two brackets here, and I always put an x at the front of each bracket because the x times x gives us x squared. Now to work out the numbers, we need to find two numbers that multiply to make 2 and two numbers that add to make 3. Those are 1 and 2. Okay, those are 1 and 2 because 1 and 2 times 2 is 2, and I've got 1x there, 2x there, that gives us 3x. Next one, we want to do the same thing again. Put an x at the front of each bracket. And I need two numbers that add to make 7 and two numbers that multiply to make 12. Well, to make 12 we've got a few different possibilities. We've got 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. But 3 and 4 add up to make 7, so I'm going to choose 3 and 4. It doesn't matter if I put the 4 in this bracket and the 3 in the other bracket, it's still the right answer. It doesn't matter which order you do that, it's still right. Now this time I need two numbers that multiply to make -8 and add to make -2. I still started off the same. Right, so here I'm gonna choose -4 here and +2, because we can see there that +2 and -4 times to make -8, and if I add 2 to -4 I get -2. Now this one here, notice there's no x term. This is a special one. Now I can see there that that's a 9. And I want to make 9. Now we can imagine that x term there's got a 0. But if it's got a 0, don't need to put it there. So what we do is we're going to have 3 and 3 to make 9. And then notice that here we've got 3x and here we've got -3x. And those cancel. And that's why we've got no x here. And this one here has a special name. It's called the difference of two squares. Okay, because that's a square and that's a square, so that's why it's called the difference of two squares. Next one now. And put x at the beginning. Two numbers that add to make 10 multiply to make 25. Those are going to be 5 and 5. Now notice that I've got the same thing here. So I can rewrite that, if you like, as x plus 5 all squared. Now this is also, this one's also a difference of two squares. And notice that in general, if we have something two squares, we can rewrite it as that. That's the general rule for the difference of two squares. So I'm going to write this as 4x, 4x. I'm going to put a plus in the first one, a minus in the second one. I'm going to put 9y minus 9y. And there we go. And the last one here, I need two numbers that multiply to make 6 and add to make -5. Now if I do -2 and -3, those will make -5, but also if you times two negative numbers, those will make a positive, so I can use -2 and -3. That works. Okay, so that's how you factorize quadratics. and all you do is you put an x at the beginning of each bracket. You need to find two numbers that multiply to make the constant c, and you need to find two numbers that add together to make the coefficient of the x b. You need to find two numbers that add to make that and multiply to make c. Okay, so that's how you factorize quadratics.